Hey guys, welcome to another video. So as you can see, it is time. The time has come for you to make a decision whether you're going to purchase the Blackberry Passport. It is now in stock in the US and it's unlocked directly from Blackberry for $5.99. What do you guys think about this pricing? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think they went too high? Should it be $4.99? Well, they're giving these prices on the top saying that it's regular $6.99. So if they think they're going to sell this for $6.99, I love Blackberry, but they're sadly mistaken. $5.99 to me is pushing it, but that doesn't mean that the device isn't worth $5.99 because that's all a matter of opinion. I personally think $4.99 would have been an attractive start for a full cost unlocked, but unfortunately they opted to have it exclusive with AT&T, which is a huge mistake. Never ever do exclusive things when you got a new launch of a new device and you just give it to one carrier. Horrible idea. Throw it to the masses. So their way of throwing it to the masses is to sell it unlocked directly for $5.99. What do you guys think? I've had no hands-on with this device, but I'm considering purchasing it. Let me know if you've already purchased it, and tell me what you think. Now there's a video here. It's about 2 minutes. I don't know if I want to play any of that, but I'll give it a whirl here. Let's see.
Our goal with the Blackberry Passport was to create a serious mobility tool.
No, I don't want to see that, and you don't either. So let's get into the specs, because that's important to some people. As you can see here, it is LTE for T-Mobile in the US, and I always say T-Mobile because that's my carrier of choice, and the next is Verizon. So T-Mobile LTE for sure. It's unlocked directly from Blackberry for $5.99 plus taxes and shipping. That's a pretty hefty amount to pay for a Blackberry device, I think. But this is a new product coming to the market, and do you think it's going to sell very well? What do you think? I think it's going to do okay, but I think we're going to see a price cut pretty quickly, because I'm sure they're not making hundreds and thousands of these or millions of them, because they know that it probably won't sell like that. But over time, after people get it, use it, give their opinion on it, you might see a pickup for the Blackberry Passport. So it's got a 4.5-inch display, and it's square. It's 1440 by 1440, which gives it a very high pixel density of 453. Now, what that means, translation, is going to have a very sharp display. It's going to be a beautiful display in theory. It's 9.3 millimeters, which is pretty good. It weighs 194 grams, though. So let's take this in consideration. This is a heavy device. There's no getting around it. 194 grams is going to be pretty heavy, and it's a stubby wide device. So you're getting into some things here where it's 128 by 90. That means that it's wide and it's not tall. So it's probably going to take some time to get used to it. I'm still on the fence whether I want to jump out and purchase really quickly. I want to wait and see if they go ahead and knock $100 off or knock $150 off, because you know that Blackberry is known for, they'll throw a sale up in a minute and you can grab a whole bunch of devices, or just the one that you want, for $150, $200 off. And I think that's a really good thing. So with that, it's got a 4.5-inch display. Obviously, it's kind of in the middle of 1080p and 720. I don't know what those numbers, the 1440 by 1440, that's kind of weird. Is it a 1080p display or not? I don't know. It's got Corning Gorilla Glass, which doesn't mean much nowadays. The one important thing is that it's got an SD card slot, and it says it supports up to 64 gig, which that would have been 128, but you get 32 built in, and more important, you get 3 gigs of RAM. For those of you that use Blackberry, you know that Blackberries don't need a lot of RAM to run smooth. It's like Windows Phone and iOS. They don't need a lot of RAM, and they're going to be very fast and fluid, especially Windows Phone and iOS. The Windows Phone can run at 256 and still be fly through the operating system, which is a great thing. So the fact that they have 3 gigs of RAM on here is just incredible. And they've upped the camera. They've given it Bluetooth 4.0. They upped the camera to 13 megapixels on the back, 2 megapixels on the front. That's going to be outrageous. They also have a Snapdragon 800 clocked at 2.6 gigahertz. They even have an Adreno 330. Now, one important thing and they've got a 3400 milliamp battery too. I'll go ahead and point that out. One important thing to point out is that this device is, I think it's kind of like a tester to see how this going to, because the Classic is what I was actually looking for, the BlackBerry Classic. I'm curious to see how much they sell that for, but they've got this one priced at $599, and I'm sure some of you are on the fence like, $599. If you're not, and you're a power BlackBerry user, you didn't even look at that price. You jumped out there, swiped your card, and your device is on the way. And that's kind of how it is sometimes with some operating systems. But nonetheless, it has a non-removable battery. And unfortunately, if you want to get it, walk into a store and get it, you can only walk into AT&T, which just Now their pricing on plans is horrible. Their coverage is mediocre, and it's not like what you think with all the other things they advertise. But nonetheless, I'm not going to bash AT&T because I know I have some people out there that use AT&T that follow my channel. Your choice. Pay more, get less, up to you. But the BlackBerry Passport, I think it's a sleek-looking device, man. The fact that it's got a 4.5-inch display and it's square is weird enough to where people are gonna buy it. So, what do you think? Is this your next BlackBerry? I don't know. Sound off in the comments, guys. I'm on the fence about getting it right now. I'm a little iffy on that price of $599. If T-Mobile were to pick it up, I'd jump right out there. I definitely would get it, because then I could at least get it on EIP and pay just a small amount per month. But buying it straight out at $599, I don't know. It's going to be a very wide device, and like the LG View, remember that? The uncomfortable to hold, just weird. And this one's even wider, but it's got a keyboard on there too. And touching on the keyboard, the center keys are around the T, Y, G, and H and spacebar. It's like a scroll. It's like you can use it as a touchpad basically. I don't know about that spacebar either. Because when you're typing, you're gonna have to use pretty much the top 3 fingers on both hands, and to keep the top portion of the phone steady while you use your thumbs to type way at the bottom. This is just going to be a weird experience, and it seems weird, but until I get it in my hand, I won't know. So if you've already ordered, shout out in the comments. Let me know what you plan on doing, or your future with this device, and let's talk about it. I think it's a very eclectic device, and I think it's going to do very well. So it is LTE for T-Mobile in the U.S. and AT&T. AT&T does have it for $250 on contract, I believe, or something like that, and $650 off, something like that. I don't know. But check it out. If you're AT&T and you already went in there and got it, let me know what's up with it, so I can kind of get some advice from you guys on whether or not I should pick it up. Do you think it's worth it or not? Upgrades to 10.3 are going to be pretty amazing. But I really want to get my hands on this device and check it out. So I will see you guys in the next one. Rate, subscribe, comment, you know the drill. It's your boy Jay Will. Take care.